Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a man walking alone at night, carrying a heavy sack upon his shoulders. Every step he takes, the sack grows heavier, though he doesn't pick up anything new. The burden is invisible to others, yet it bends his back, weakens his breath, and slows his journey. When people pass him by, they wonder why he walks so painfully, why his face looks so weary. What they cannot see is that his sack is filled not with stones of the earth, but with stones of regret. And isn't that the truth of so many of us? We walk through life not with empty hands, but with a heart weighed down by the things we should have done, the words we should have spoken, the opportunities we should have taken, the love we should have given. Each regret becomes a stone, and without realizing it, we carry them into our days, our nights, our dreams. But here is the question that echoes like a whisper from the depths of the soul. Why do we hold on to what we cannot change? There was once a story of an old traveler who carried 2 bags with him wherever he went. One bag was filled with his achievements, his joys, his laughter, and his victories. The other bag was filled with his mistakes, his regrets, his losses, and his sorrows. And over time, the bag of sorrows grew so heavy that it pulled him to the ground. People asked him, "Why not let go of that bag?" And he would say, "Because if I let it go, who will I be without it?" This, my friend, is the trap of regret. We become so attached to our past mistakes that we confuse them for our identity. But the truth is, your mistakes are not who you are. They are only chapters, not the whole story. Pause for a moment and think of this. If you were reading a book and found a painful chapter, would you close the book forever and never continue? No. You would turn the page, knowing that the story is still unfolding. Life, too, is a book, and regret is only a page. And yet, we often allow regret to steal from us something more precious than any treasure, our present. Every time you replay the past, every time you whisper to yourself, "If only," you surrender the gift of this very moment. Regret is like a thief that does not break into your home once, but returns night after night, taking from you not objects, but time, peace, and joy. Let me tell you about Maria. She lived much of her life thinking about what she could have been. When she was young, she wanted to sing, but fear silenced her voice. She wanted to travel, but she convinced herself she didn't have the money. She wanted to forgive her father, but pride kept her away. And so, year by year, the weight grew. When she was older, she looked back and whispered the words that haunt so many souls. "I wish I had." But what if we asked a different question? Instead of "I wish I had," what if we asked, "What can I do now?" Because regret is powerful, yes. But do you know what is even more powerful? Redemption. Every mistake carries within it the seed of wisdom. Every failure holds a lesson that success could never teach. The man who never erred, the woman who never stumbled, they may seem fortunate, but they are often shallow in depth. For it is through mistakes, through losses, through regrets, that we carve out a deeper soul, a more compassionate heart, a stronger spirit. As the poet Rumi once wrote, "Don't get lost in your pain. Know that one day your pain will become your cure." So tonight, as you listen, let your soul breathe. The regrets you carry, the mistakes you made, the apologies left unsaid, acknowledge them, but do not chain yourself to them. Think of it this way. The river does not hold on to the stones it passes. It keeps flowing. The tree does not cling to the leaves. It shed in autumn. It lets them fall. Nature knows a secret we often forget. Life moves forward. Now, imagine the traveler again. This time, he pauses on his journey. He opens the sack of regret and begins to take out the stones one by one. On each stone is written a memory. The friend I betrayed, the dream I abandoned, the time I was unkind. He looks at each stone, and instead of clutching it to his chest, he whispers, I forgive myself. I have learned. I release you. And as he places each stone down, he becomes lighter, freer, until finally, he walks without burden, his back straight, his heart lifted. That can be you. That can be anyone who dares to let go. You see, regret is not meant to be a prison. It is meant to be a teacher. If you learn from it, you do not have to live in it. So tonight, I invite you to reflect. What stones are you carrying that no longer serve you? What mistakes are you replaying that cannot be undone? What moments are you chained to when you were meant to be free? Close your eyes and picture yourself by a riverbank. In your hands, you hold the stones of your regret. One by one, toss them into the water. Watch as the ripples carry them away. Feel the lightness in your chest. Whisper to yourself, I am not my mistakes. I am the wisdom they gave me. Tomorrow, when you wake, begin not with if only, but with what now? Instead of replaying the past, invest in this very day. Instead of mourning what you lost, create what can still be. Remember this truth. Happiness is not found in the absence of mistakes, but in the presence of forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Let the past be a place of reference, not residence, because life is too short to live it backwards. And so, as you drift toward sleep tonight, let these words settle in your heart. You are not broken by your regrets. You are shaped by them, and you have the power to turn every stone you carried into a stepping stone toward a brighter tomorrow. Now breathe deeply, release the weight, and rest, knowing that your story is still being written, and the best chapters may yet be ahead. Do not wait another day to live the life you deserve. Say the words you've held back. Take the step you feared. Forgive the mistake you've carried, because the only regret greater than the ones you hold is the regret of never setting them down.